Uzu, which is I believe 2 squares over. 2 squares over. We had Dark Riddler 1 square over. We had the Shag bottom left of me. We have Crowe in the center, and then we have Read My Ass at the bottom where she belongs. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, don't start this off wrong.
But what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Welcome on in. So here where we're at, to the host here. Would you guys like to give a little bit what you guys are about real quick? Spend about a minute telling each other who y'all are about. We'll start first with Aki.
First of all, I am Akitak Uzu, and I'm about beats, the games, and the real shit. So pretty much about me, I'm a music variety streamer here on Twitch, and been here for 4 years. 4 years, and my content revolves around music production and gaming. The games I play is JRPGs and stuff like that, and more. Also, you're probably gonna see some crazy shit that happens in my streams sometimes, like the time that I dress up as a Smurf and shit get my goddamn tail feather. So that's one thing for sure.
Yeah.
But if you want to go ahead and see what I do pretty much and everything, go to twitch.tv/Akitak Uzu, and also on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube as Akitak Uzu.
Alrighty. Riddler, can you get a little description of yourself, sir?
How y'all doing? Dark Riddler. I am a story-based and adult-based game streamer. And after the day, I probably will end up being the better dancer than TikTok or whatever it's called. Thank you, Taki, for that. I actually show real emotion, real rage, real passion for all story-based games. Especially, you'll hear me talk shit to the NPCs and everything else. Apparently, people love that. and I pretty much work a lot. That is what I do, and I'm glad to be a part of this podcast with Disbearity, which allowed me to be a part of this. So thank you to be. Oh, thank you. No, thank you, sir. You're all right with me.
Yes, sir. All right, Shag, give us a little bit about yourself, sir.
I like to think of myself as the Twitch dad. I probably the oldest out of everyone here, and but I am a variety streamer. I streamed like 5-6 years ago regularly. It all fell by the wayside when I decided to do to start up my family life, have a couple of kids. Getting back into it now, been a lot more vocal on like real world issues, to the point where I just do not give any shits. And then sorry if we're not supposed to swear, but
no, you're good. This is an 18+ podcast. It's okay. It's staying for TOS.
But yeah, I play a variety of games. I've been learning how to play chess recently, so I've been streaming a little bit of that. I play Destiny a lot, and just whatever I'm like feeling at the time, I kind of bounce back and forth, just whatever makes me feel good. I'm too old to be ingrained in one thing. So
yeah,
that's me.
All right,
I feel you.
We're gonna.
Have you eaten again?
All right, Miss Reed.
Wait, me?
Yes, you.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know you're talking about me. But again, my name is Read My Ash. If you don't remember me from the previous podcast, I'm Disbearity's sister. I'm not a streamer. I'm not a content creator, but I do watch a lot of you guys, and I'm just here to spit my opinion. And that's usually what I did the last podcast. I'm a mother of 3 boys, and mainly that's my that's basically why I get up early in the morning every day. So as far as with my life, and I'm here to support my brother in this podcast yet again, hopefully give the female opinion on things with a whole bunch of dudes. So hopefully that will come across here.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's what I'm here for. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to say some shit.
Yeah,
I'm going to see some female opinion up here, and you're going to hear some clapping, Aki, and I don't give a fuck. You're going to make a beat off my clapping. Make it work. But anyway, I'm here just to lighten it up a little bit. But that's just All about me if you don't remember any information from the last time.
Now, Crowe is currently driving, but Crowe, if you want to give your description, that is.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, okay, you here? All right.
I'm going to announce myself in here. Y'all ain't going to stop me.
I'm King Clad Crowe, man. Variety streamer on Twitch. Do MMOs, survival games, first-person shooters, story-driven games. Amateur photographer, amateur everything in life. Videographer. Mess around on After Effects and Premiere Pro a little bit. I don't know how the hell I ended up on this podcast, but I'm glad I'm here.
No, I feel it.
I'm driving 90 on the highway, but I'm glad I'm here. Praise Jesus. Thank you, Lord.
I just came to get Aki to let me spit a 16 on one of his beats. Let's get this show on the road, baby.
All right. So today's podcast, guys, the main topic of today's podcast is the double standards of Twitch, but that can also go with any company that you go with. Okay. Then we also have our subtopics today, which is the price of gaming, $70 in microtransactions. Like, as you guys know, gaming's been the price of games been going from 40 to 60, and then stable at 60 for 10 plus years, and then all of a sudden now you want to raise the price. That's where that's going with that, and then also the upcoming movies of 2021 and beyond. What are we gonna get? So I'll start out first with the double standards of Twitch here. So as you guys know, as a company as Twitch.tv, it's a growing company, or it's the top dog of the streaming or content creation world. If you want to try to make it or go somewhere, it's what do people mostly go to? Twitch, correct? Secondary YouTube, secondary, third-area Facebook, etc. Now, as of late, as you know, there's been a lot of things on Twitch that's been really iffy lately, especially when it comes to TOS. One of the main things of TOS is people getting banned for not even threatening reasons, but also they letting a lot of other things slide. Before we even started here, we were discussing how a female recently was showing her hoochie hoo. There you go. And she got a 3-day ban. But another streamer, her daughter accidentally comes on stream or whatnot, and she gets indefinitely banned. So what do y'all think? Give me your opinions on it. What do y'all think about that?
All right, let me go ahead and put it this way. So the fact thing is that she was pretty much popping her pee to one of my beats, gets a 3-day ban. Let's go ahead and put it right there. Shit, hell. And by the way, thank you very much for your support. Second,
the advertisements are real.
but here's my thing though. It's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. I look at the simple fact that one was pretty harmless. The other was making Twitch like chatterbait of all of the damn sudden in a matter of seconds. I don't see the point of it. Yeah, like it's cool. Yeah, you show your punani. It's not like we have not seen much before. Shoot, hell,
Well, maybe he hasn't seen nothing at all.
Shoot, and then what
I was about to say, full cap, Aki.
Full cap my ass. Look, we are not gonna go through people's sexual history.
Yeah, we're not. But I'm saying there's a lie somewhere. A lie detector went off somewhere.
Hey, your head, goddammit.
Yeah, a female.
Y'all wild in here.
But continue on.
But I just look at it this way, like, why is it that she gets away with it pretty much it? I feel like on some real stuff, and this is just me being honest, there's someone in the Twitch staff are pretty much, they kind of like this. Because if you got someone on the inside like that, you could get a 3-day ban of it and everything. That is whatever. But here's what I also will say, though, about the female streamer that got banned because of her daughter. first of all, it's pretty sad as fuck because that's her only source of income. And now that is gone, she can't get back into what she do. So now she either could go to YouTube and start there or any other streaming site and try to bring her community around if she has that community wherever she goes, they go. Or B, just do YouTube content.
Mhm.
She don't have much, and with the simple fact that the streaming and content creation space is oversaturated, now you really are screwed. So I look at the fact that it's like, look, is that you can't pretty much say someone's wrong. It's just being that someone get a pass when you know damn well sure that was not a mistake. Heck no. Hope you do whatever your clock owns you kind of got Miss Pete popping. But but as for the nice the lady that has a daughter, I hope that you can figure out what you're gonna do. Pretty much it. If you are pretty much uploading stuff on YouTube, keep going for it and everything. And I just feel like Twitch needs a little bit of a little bit of some change in operations, like the people that's inside of it.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, I think the big thing is I think the problem is that you have someone who makes Twitch a lot of money, and you have someone. So, I mean, Twitch is Amazon, right? Let's just like not. You could probably just drop the Twitch name and just say Amazon wants their money. I mean, like they basically pull your pants down like every chance they get and take about as much money as possible from you. It was like 90% of your ad revenue and half of your sub revenue. So like, I mean, you look at it from a strictly a numbers point of view, like it makes no sense for them to ban what's her name, who I don't remember her name, but
to who?
Yeah, well, she's the mother, right? Like what from their point, they're no one's as far as they're concerned, no one's going to notice that she's gone.
Yeah,
because she has a small viewership. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate because, like, I mean, like you said, this woman's trying to make a living streaming for her daughter, for herself, and you have someone who's careless and just dropping their drawers and showing the world. And it's sad. I think that's really the problem, is that a lot of this is about money, and I don't know. It's weird. I don't want to say the wrong thing necessarily, but like, do I think that the other girl should have gotten fully banned? No. Like, if she made a mistake, if it was an honest mistake, and she's spread eagle for the world, well, sure, a small ban and then you can come back. But
yeah,
you kind of have it the other way. Like, I'm sure that the little girl didn't come on camera because she wanted to start being the personality and breaking TOS. I'm sure it was an honest mistake. They gotta have a better system to vet these things. So
I definitely agree with that. Riddler, do you have anything to say about it?
Actually, yeah, I kind of do. I just don't understand, like how y'all saying the reason why is money. I feel like it's got to be like a lot more than just money to why these double standards are happening. I feel like every situation where there's two different people or several different people involved, I feel like it boils down to just flat out just, okay, who's gonna gain more from who Twitch can gain more from.
Right.
So in comparison, in the situation that we just was discussing, the one who showed a pussy only got a 3-day ban, and a woman who just started out got a infinite ban. Like, it's like a make it make sense type of situation. But it's like, okay, well, how much money is the one who we just banned for 3 days bringing in for us, and how much is the one with that child bringing in for money? So who are we benefiting a lot more from? It's very unfair. It's unjust as hell. Like, there's no way around that. There's no flipping no narrative. It's just wrong. But
yeah, I think that's what Shagsworth was saying. They're making money off the girl who was making, showing her, area off to the world. So, I mean, I think that is a factor. That's possibly a factor in it. But what else were you going to say?
Okay. But the question is now is like, if we look back, how many scenarios are in fact going on that is like that though too, where that has taken place? It's something. It's a trend, and it's a trend that really needs to die. Like,
oh yeah.
But see, here's the other factor that's in play too. All of us have done it. Like, no questions that we all didn't bitch Twitch out in one way or another, but we all still here too. And I also say there is those factors where there is just people who are on the platform and don't even pay attention to Twitch's business model. We'll just call it that to go with it. So
this also extends into like DMCA stuff too, where like I don't know how they choose like where they're enforcing like they're especially I mean with all the music and everything that I hear playing. Like there's a couple chess players I was watching the other day. They got like full on like real playlists going, and yet like small streamers are getting the boot.
Twitch says that it's not them that distributes it, but it's the corporation or whatever, music, the RIAA or whatever that's doing it. I don't believe, because I even myself watch a couple of streamers that have music blasting and one streamer said, well, even though I know this whole DMCA is going on, but I haven't been caught yet, so I'm gonna keep listening to this music. I'm like, well, he's been doing it for about months already, so I'm like, is this DMCA thing a real thing, or what is it really about?
Yeah.
But
yeah. A lot of it comes back to the same thing, I think, too, is just like it's like who can they get away with just making an example of, and then still collect their paycheck and not look like it's being like, oh, this is kind of like a small streamer, let's just get him out of here and make an example and make sure maybe we can reduce the amount of people that are listening to music. I mean, was it Gothics the other day posted I think it was Gothics that posted the it was like a Metallica like live stream, and they put like a little like nursery rhyme like jingle over it, and it's like it's just ironic because those guys were like at the forefront of stifling illegal music. Then they kind of came around. We're like, okay, we'll let people we're down with it now. Like we're hip, and then they're just like, what is going on? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. That was the Blizzard event. That was the Blizzard event, and they're like, okay, guys, we're bringing on Metallica, and then they bring on Metallica. 5 seconds into the song, they muted either they muted it or they put something else there. It's just like, okay, well, you hired they hired Metallica for nothing then, I guess.
Right.
Metallica be like, we're gonna play this brand new song for you guys here on Twitch. You're the first to hear it. And see, now you see how that went,
Yeah.
Ash, what are your opinions on the double standards?
Well, to be honest, based on both instances or both situations, they both violated the TOS. So they're both obviously going to get as far as in trouble. But obviously the punishment is not fitting the crime as far as obviously from one and from the other. So as far as Twitch does have to go back, and I hope the girl who got in trouble because her daughter stepped in the camera for a few seconds, I hope she goes through a process of appealing their decision. Maybe there's some, leeway in there somewhere. because obviously being indefinitely banned, and I understand why they possibly did it, because we have laws in regards to children and going on stream and being, juveniles or underage and pedophiles out there and taking their image and spreading it around the world. So I see where they have that big concern there, and why she got banned. But it shouldn't be like for that long period of time or indefinite. She should be able to appeal their decision, and hopefully, I hope for the best for her. As far as the other chick, and why are you doing that? Why? But she got in trouble for it, 3-day ban, whatever, and then she's back at it again. But they should have did the same thing, obviously, for this chick. Gave her the talking to, hey, don't do this, and that for these reasons, and let her come back after that 3-day, suspension. But an indefinite ban, obviously, I don't care the factors of money or whatever into it. All Twitch streamers should be the same across the board. If you violate the terms and service, we will evaluate what the issue was, and if it meets the extreme punishment, then go ahead and we'll go with the extreme punishment. But that right there, her daughter going on stream for a few minutes or seconds, she shouldn't be indefinitely banned for just something like that. Because we all have children, or not all of us here have children, but I have a child. And if they come in here asking for something or run in here real quick, and I could get banned because my child came in real quick unexpectedly and then rushed out, that shouldn't be something that I should be indefinitely banned for.
Yeah.
Yep.
What about you, Crowe?
Look here. I think that in that situation, especially when somebody kid come on the stream, man, I think if you're gonna do a ban, it should be progressive. You feel me? Don't just go all out and be like, all right, bye. We won't see you again. I think it should be progressive. We'll give your ass 3 chances. First time, let's hit you for 3 days. Thing happen again, we'll increase it. The third time, gas out of here. But to just go all out the very first time, we went to the door to get some food. What I'm gonna do? Tie my kid to the chair in the kitchen? You stay here. You stay off my camera. I'm gonna go get this food at the door. And then spread eagle. I'm look at here, man. Let's go ahead and make it. Look here. I just got to the platform like last June, during the fall of Mixer, right? Yeah. And double standards have been the theme since I've been there. So, I seen the video. I seen it for research purposes. I seen it a few times.
For research.
I'm not finished researching,
he said, hold on.
You understand?
Wait a minute, hold on.
It didn't look like no damn nigga to me the first time. I was like, oh Lord, geez, we in blue flame. Oh my God, ATL, what's happening?
Wait, hold on, my bad. Hold on.
This dude, wow, man.
But that's just like, I want to know, like, who does, what corporation doesn't take the double standard BS? Like, you hear a lot of this stuff come from Twitch, coming from Twitch and about Twitch, right? You don't hear a lot of stuff, from YouTube. At least I don't. You guys I don't know if y'all have any stories on that, or Facebook. Even Facebook has their streaming stuff. Like, it's just all about Twitch. Maybe because Twitch is like the bigger platform, I guess, and people think
Twitch is doing the most. That's why.
That could be the case. Because Twitch is what the biggest platform, number one. They have over 18,000+ partners, streamers, and so a lot of these partner streamers, they think they basically think they can get away with it. And technically, I mean, for what I see, they can for the most part. They really can for the most part. And that's just the plot. I think that's because, like you said, like Shag said, Amazon needs that money. Because if Twitch ain't making money, then Amazon.
But that's what I'm saying. She's another streamer that was bringing in some income, or some, even though it was probably minor, she was still bringing in something. So that, like I said, that still can play a factor in it, that it could be she's not a big money streamer, but she was still getting half her income taken away, or not making all the proceeds as it came in. But like I said, she still needs to, if there's a possibility, we don't know the really, detailed, if this was the first attempt that this has happened, or if this is the only time that her child has come up in the stream, or they won't just go out and just immediately just ban you. She probably had, I don't know if she said that because I read the article and in nowhere did she mention if this Twitch has ever told her, if she's gotten any letters from them or emails stating, hey, keep your child out of the stream, or if her child has ever accidentally came in the stream before, or if this was the only time that the child just came in and sat there for a few minutes while the mother left or went away. So does anybody here know if her child has ever popped up on stream before?
I think this was,
or is this the
I think this was
the only time?
I think that was the only time, if I recall. We can do a little bit more research on that, but
I'm gonna do a little bit more research on that, because it doesn't make sense to me that Twitch, because they just say in their terms of service they have strict, so-called guidelines in regards to children under 13 appearing on stream, but it never mentions that they told her several times or gave her any warnings or anything about, keeping her child. They just automatically just going to ban you after never telling you or giving you any sort of warning. It's just strange.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this kind of stuff happens on YouTube as well. It really comes down to like whoever's doing the moderating of that video. It kind of comes down, I think, to their own personal bias. Like whoever's looking at this video. I mean, especially in the case of, the girl like coming into the shot. Like that's not something that's automatically, someone flagged it and someone reviewed it and said, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because I'm under the impression that I don't even know if I think you could make a case that you don't need to ban anyone off a platform. Yes, I know you have terms of service to use it, but again, I find that deplatforming people is I mean, you're not getting rid of anything. You don't want to hear certain things, but beyond really threatening a physical force of violence against someone or doxing, there's really no need to deplatform, because all they're going to do is find another place to go. They're going to find some other shady corner of the internet and spread their garbage. And that's just what it be. It might be garbage, whatever they're doing. But that's, we all have the ability to just you see some bullshit and you just move on. If that girl wants to show her hoo-ha, on her stream, let her. Maybe there should be a section of Twitch that is somehow required, some 18 plus verification or something like that.
We all knew this was coming around when. Sorry to cut you off. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
We all knew this was coming around whenever they closed down Justin TV. Anyways, it was just a matter of time for before they can try to maximize their profits, I guess you could say. That's all I'm gonna say on that right there.
Right.
You can go ahead. I don't want to cut you
off. No, I mean that's what it comes down to. Is they're trying to appeal to essentially the lowest common denominator of viewer. That's the simplest viewer, and
the simplest.
Well, that's who's at the end of the day, if you want to watch some radical stuff or some weird stuff, you should be able to, and someone should be able to provide that entertainment, so long as they're not calling for violence against another individual, exposing someone's, address, or, telling people to go, do harm against this person or whatever. I think there's very few instances where you need a full ban on someone, very, very few. And like I said, if what they're doing is trash, who cares? Go find the next thing. You know what I mean? If someone's bad at video games, you don't watch them. If someone's saying something you don't like, you're not going to watch them. So
this is why I tell people you need to be as everywhere as possible, because you don't know what could happen. This girl who got banned, she could be, let's make an example, she could be making $5,000 a month. Okay, as an example, right? That's her livelihood, right? That pays every single one of her bills a month, right?
Right.
If that ban happens, if she relied on Twitch like that, that's it. That's her. Heck, if she would, let's say example, if she didn't save up her money, that girl's gonna be out on the streets the next month. So on and so forth.
Right.
Right. When did this happen?
It happened not too long ago.
It says she's been unbanned already.
Yeah, so she might have gotten appealed, because this happened not too long ago. This happened I think was it January or December?
Yeah, showing that it was December that she got banned, but like a couple of days later, she got unbanned after they reviewed her information, or I guess after they reviewed or got backlash for the attention.
Oh, you see, you shouldn't have to give backlash in order to get somebody unbanned. The company should look into it themselves without having to. But you know what? The backlash might be.
Well, it was needed, so it brought attention to the subject, so everybody can understand, what all happened. Because if it didn't get any attention or any backlash, then we wouldn't be talking about it right now.
Exactly. It says right here in chat. You can start from nothing. You can start from nothing to something, and then back to being nothing in an instant. And that's exactly it right there. So like people, just watch out. Watch what you do. Watch what you're doing. That's all I can say. Watch what you're doing. Because this day, boy, I'm still trying to figure out what happened to Mr. What's his name, Dr. Disrespect. I mean, I know he's on YouTube now, but
we're never gonna know. Never gonna know.
Apparently.
Yeah. I think I know why. You just subscribe to my channel.
Honestly, a lot of people did that when that happened. A lot of people did. They said, "I know what happened, and I'm not going to tell you what happened because it's not my thing to say." No, you don't know what happened. I know what you're doing, but because it was weird that they bought his contract. But now this is what's going to go into a little more into double standards. So it's like this. They Ninja's on Mixer, of course, and then you had Dr. Disrespect. They paid Dr. Disrespect a big fat contract to be on Twitch or whatever, right? Mixer goes down, and then they kick Dr. Disrespect off the platform, but then they bring Ninja on the platform, and they said, "Oh, we're not, Ninja over here. Oh, I don't want to come back to Twitch," or I guess Twitch didn't want him back on. That whole thing was weird. The whole situation was just very weird. But meanwhile, we have drifters on Twitch begging for PS5s because of Black Widow. But we're not gonna get too much into that one though. That's a discussion that we all got to vote on right there. That's a whole nother monster.
No.
That's a lot more than a monster, sir.
But yeah, like I said though, it's just worrying about what happened between that and something all that. I mean, I guess you can consider that like a double standard because Twitch, I don't even know, honestly. It's just weird. You boot them off the platform, then they just don't say nothing.
Well, it's one of the. It must have been, without knowing, when something like that, when you hear absolutely nothing about it, like there's something big. There's some legal exchange, whether or not you can find something. Like, people don't just stay silent on that stuff. There's way too much money to be gained from reporting on that and digging and finding. Like, it's something big that he did that somehow violated his contract, but they probably both agreed to just keep their mouths shut and not say anything and move along. It's really, but like, because that American way of being like, I got to know everything. I got to know all the juice, like give it to me, like everyone's foaming at the mouth for it. But
give me the receipts. I need everything.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. I just thought of something about that, and I'm not gonna go and say it because it's gonna go down to a deep rabbit hole. But what I will say is this: it was kind of weird and everything. And even though at the time, I will admit I was kind of a bit naive, and trying to go and justify the means why the hell they left Mixer the way the state was. But now when you look back, shoot, it's the money. Think about it. Someone, you want to go to this platform? Okay, cool. But
that's the thing. Money runs the world. If you have money, you pretty much run the world.
Yeah, and also let's also be honest on the Mixer part about that shit too. Mixer downfall, and I feel that this is one of their downfalls. And this is it. They will focus more on multiplayer. They was not focused on single player stuff. If they had focused on single player, they would have survived at least. Cause every streamer that you kind of probably have seen around that time, during the time it was like live, you want to see like Fortnite, Apex, Rainbow Six Siege.
I got something to touch on you with that though. I'm gonna counter you with something here. It wasn't
Okay.
It wasn't much about the games with Mixer. It was about the exposure with Mixer. They weren't getting any. Mixer, we knew about it as a platform, okay, but they weren't exposing themselves enough in order to grow as a platform. Like, Mixer, everybody back in the day, they would say, guys, Mixer is such a great place, no trolls, no nothing like that. But the thing is that there wasn't a lot of viewers that would go to the platform. Mixer, what they need to do is figure out on how can they grow their concurrent viewership on the platform itself. Put put the Mixer app on Xbox, put Mixer app on PS4, put Mixer app here, there, etc. But that was the issue, is that there wasn't enough exposure to that platform. So there wasn't no growth. So what they wanted to do was that they were playing a gambling system. The gamble system was, I'm gonna buy this person, I'm gonna buy that person, I'm gonna buy this person. If I can buy these 3 people, then hopefully their viewership will come here. That was go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say, like, I think the other problem too with Mixer was, like, they double down on like with their money. They put a lot of money out there into big streamers to come play on their platform, but the problem is they weren't doing anything different from Twitch. Like, Twitch already had the better platform, and you're doing the exact same thing, but with less. And they kept trying to do the same exact, like, channel point type things, and like so many people had a sub button. Like, they're paying so much money out to people that, like, of course you're gonna lose. Like, great, you have Ninja on your platform, but like, it wasn't bringing enough people over. Because, I mean, again, I think it's a multitude of things, but one of the things, I think their biggest thing is they didn't focus enough on being different, on like bringing the next, like, what's Twitch doing what's Twitch not doing that we can do and capitalize on and do best. I don't know what that is necessarily, but they were just cloning Twitch and doing a worse job at it, essentially.
Yeah, I feel like they should just clone Twitch, but then again, like you said, go their own direction for the most part.
Yeah,
that's what they should
Right.
do. Just clone that.
Give me a feature Twitch doesn't have.
Like Twitch doesn't have they still don't have FTL to this day, but they have low latency, but they don't have they don't have FTL. But yeah, like it's just insane. Like, Twitch shouldn't just be the top dog. I mean, yeah, like that, and that's the thing I'm trying to get people to understand is, like, you don't want just one company. Like, let's go. I'll give you another example here. People are gonna probably hate me for this, but I'm saying it anyways. All right, Discord. We all use it. We all love it. We all ditched Skype, TeamSpeak, Mumble, etc. to use Discord, because it made everything easier, correct? But even then, Discord has their double standards too as a voice website. There's been a lot of drama with them. Like, the recent one was with the whole Wall Street thing. Them unexpectedly banning the subreddit or whatnot, right? And then they got a lot of backlash on that. And then I think they unbanned it or something of the sort, And so you don't want just this one platform like, Discord. I mean, you have other options. You have Gilded, you still got TeamSpeak, you still got Mumble. You have other options, because eventually, when these companies, they get pick-headed at the end of the day. That's what it comes down to. Like, they get real pick-headed. And they think that, oh, well, we can do what we want, and then we're gonna make an example out of somebody, and then, oh wait, well, we got all this backlash. Okay, now let's turn back on it. And it's just a mess, a big mess.
Yeah, that is true. I look at that way, and it's like, bruh, why? It's kind of made like, when I got on this platform back in 2017, I never would think that I would see half the goddamn bullshit. But I feel like when, like, in September of 2018, when a lot of shit was happening to me on the personal note, personal note, as far as stream teams and stuff like that, and some of the dramas and stuff, I look at it makes me realize that not everything is what they seem.
Mm-hmm.
You got people out here putting up personas and everything, and it's like, what is real and what is fake?
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing I look at, the simple fact of you just have to really be careful out here, because one wrong move, that's your ass. You're gone.
Mm-hmm.
And
Also,
I
you got to
know,
diversify your content too. That's like
Mhm.
makes it. It's a good point to make, because you're right.
Mhm.
If you put everything into Twitch,
Mhm.
then
Oh,
like if that's
one.
if that's taken away from you, you're done. There's nowhere else to go. That's why you see a lot of, especially YouTubers now. If you listen to some of the alternative news people, LG in chat mentioned Eric July. If you guys aren't familiar with Young Ripper 59, you should look him up. What these guys
I'm
are
familiar.
doing, yeah, what they're starting to do is they're starting to put their own websites together with membership fees to put their content, to house their content, outside of these big, like if YouTube kicks them off or Twitch kicks them off, the revenue stream's gone. But if he brings his loyal following, or if you can diversify your content into a central location or on other platforms, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
All right, Ash. So I got something for you. This is something for you. Now I know you're gonna have a lot of. Okay, so during this past, was it this January or December ish? I don't remember. Twitch did a town hall. The town hall was to discuss on the platform and stuff. So they did a couple things. Okay, Twitch says that you cannot say the word simp. You can't say incel. You can't say virgin to other people as an insult. But also, here's the big one here. Okay, they said you can't say the you can't say the ER version of the N word, but you can say the N word just fine. What are your thoughts and opinions on as a company that allows that?
Oh,
That allows what? The N word?
Yes.
The hard R?
Well, they don't allow the hard R, but they allow the NA of it. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean,
because that was a lot of flack in that. A lot of people were like, wait, Twitch allowing people to say the N word, but they allow, every other, a lot of other things on the platform, people got really upset about that. Especially the black community. They got really upset on that. So,
oh, damn.
What are your thoughts on that?
well, to be honest, I mean, I don't think if they banned all those other derogatory terms, then they should have did it to the N word as well, because most people, if whoever tries to use the N word, are going to use it in a derogatory fashion, like in a hateful sense, not just to be like, hey, N word this or hey, N word that. They're going to call nigga. They're just going to sit up there and basically harass not only other content creators, but that are non-black, but also black content creators, which obviously you're going to be able to go ahead and ban them as soon as they do, but Twitch shouldn't have, addressed just, if you're going to ban the hard R, go ahead and ban the other one too. Just go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to do one, do the other. But I think as far as if you're going to do that, just go ahead and do the other one, because the other people who are non-black are going to use it. Some of them are going to use it as a derogatory, obviously, targeted word towards black content creators. If you're going to allow that, just so they can start saying the as far as the one that that the one that's not the hard ER, they're just going to go ahead and say it and keep saying it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was already a problem before they came out with this, but it's going to be even worse now that they brought attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of comes down to like, this is what, like, I'm a pretty, like, over the past 2 years I've really gotten to be more like freedom of speech, and like when you talk about freedom, like, freedom is like, you either have it or you don't, right? Like, you can either say what you want or you can't. And this is the thing about these big companies is all these companies are so scared of being like blamed or labeled as XYZ, but they don't take the time to understand the intent behind words, right? Like, if you guys are all sitting here talking and using the word with each other, like I don't see a problem with that. You guys seem to be fine.
Yeah, we're just using it as a noun, pronoun to describe something. We're not using it as a derogatory, thing. But they don't understand that. So
and that's what I mean. And that's what I mean is like they're so afraid to actually have to do work and be like, well, if someone reports this, like we're gonna have to look at some footage and no, sorry, if you're gonna take on this responsibility of giving everyone a platform and allowing people to talk, like let them talk. And then if you have to investigate something because someone's actually being hateful or spiteful, well, then you got to do your job. Sorry. Like, that's just how it goes.
Nobody wants to work. Let them not work.
And because, and as far as incel and all those other words, like, they don't want to humiliate their fan base, right? You don't want to, you want to, like, the overall Twitch fan base, you wouldn't want to alienate them off the platform. So just ban those words so no one gets offended. It's stupid. It's stupid.
See, this is what Twitch is kind of doing, right? About
it's
okay, man. Google
babying these motherfuckers. Goddamn, throw some goddamn disc in, get some of the bitches. First off, I don't want to be offended. It pretty much is. Look, life is gonna pretty much kick your ass anyway you go.
Nothing they didn't grow up in my generation.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. Like I said,
they raised some crybabies.
I agree with her. They ain't no way they grew up in our generation.
I mean, like I said, we're growing up. I was bullied when I was growing up.
Man,
we all been bullied. We all been hated on. We all been called. I wear glasses. I wear thick glasses. I've been called 4 eyes. I've been called Disbearity. You can see through past, present, and future with them glasses. I called everything. How
about being a nerd nowadays? Like, it's like the best time ever to be a nerd. Like, to be like into comics, to be into like.
Oh my!
Growing up, you couldn't public in like where like I mean I grew up in like white suburbia, but even there, like no one wanted to talk about comics. No one gave a shit if you were talking about comics. You were made fun of.
Don't get me started on anime though. That's gonna be the worst.
Oh, same. I watched anime growing up, and nobody wanted to talk about you. It was a closet thing. Like I did not tell people that I watched anime. There's like 2 people I could tell. And people talk now,
and I don't want to make it for what it is, especially if you're black. That's worse because
I'll say it. If you won't, I will.
No, I'm gonna say it anyway, so fuck it. I don't get it. But here's the thing about it. Like an anime and you're black, let me go and put it this way. And you're in the hood, you're gonna get laughed over for the simple fact that you is. I'm sorry if I'm not gonna be goddamn sheep like pretty much it. Listen to Gucci Mane all the damn time, pretty much it. When he was fat.
I don't know what hood you grew up, but we didn't grow up in no hood. But we grew up in the suburbs, and I didn't even care. I will go home, and I was at 3 o'clock in the afternoon watching me some goddamn Dragon Ball Z, and then after that, I was watching some goddamn Sailor Moon. So I don't care what nobody said.
I ain't gonna lie.
I was sitting there watching it.
Hey, what coming up? I watched the Sailor Moon 2 coming up, so hey.
But the thing is, we grew up. We had to be tough. We grew up with tough skin, so I don't know where where their tough skin is. I mean, I know the difference between bullying and then just getting offended on a lot of stuff, and it's just now everyone is just getting offended on everything and not talking about much things and just being like, you know what, you said that, so I'm offended.
Twitter,
and that's it.
Oh my
just talking about it like we used to. Like, nobody talks about anything anymore.
I will give y'all one even better though. Hey, Zaki, you gonna laugh at this one too? Seriously. Okay, you remember 3-6 Mafia old name, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, 666 Mafia. Mind you, I used to listen to metal music. And I'm black. Yeah, that already did it. Then I told them I also loved 666 Mafia. Oh, so you worship the devil?
Oh my god!
What? I'm like, oh my god, are you fucking serious right now?
Oh my!
What do they call it? Sons of Party?
Well, if you say it like that,
I mean, that was originally their name.
Yeah,
It was originally
so
their
that
name.
is
Was Triple
true.
Six Mafia.
That was true because I can tell you right now, like, their shit, that was their name back then. Before they switched, it's gonna have that sound going more mainstream at the time. Because most of that, because most of that shit, and I'm gonna say this because most of the their stuff during that time back in the 93, 94, there was like pretty much recorded and was kind of lo-fi. So the mix was not really there, but the music was there. It was pretty much warm sounding.
Mm-hmm.
And
Crunk.
And Crunk. And two.
I bet you won't. Hit him.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Look, do not, whatever you do.
They touched on subjects that a lot back then. They touched on them subjects that were pretty much tabooed as fuck. Tongue ring, late night tip shit.
Oh,
They was
yeah.
talking about all of that.
And don't get me started on one more thing we'll say. Whatever you do not play Turn the Close Up 97. That's all I gotta say.
Don't do
it. If you play that shit,
back then, man. Like in the middle of a pep rally, that's all you heard everybody chanting was "Tear the school up, tear the school." It was crazy.
Yeah, you play that shit in the club. Oh, yeah, you might as well get the fuck out of there now. Because someone's gonna get shot.
I will. All right.
Man, that's why that's why that whole goddamn song is forever banned.
Yeah.
But actually, well, fun fact, that was like the more updated version because the original came back in 95.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But back then though, like y'all saying though, you know, you had to, especially in my family, you can ask Ashley, especially in our family, you had to grow tough skin. Like, you know, you really had to because we lived in the suburbs, but we lived in we lived in a white suburb, so we were like the only black.
Well, we were only black family in the white suburb, so we were made fun of continuously by the other white children that were there. So we had to sit there and defend ourselves from all the negative things that were being said towards it. Anything that you may have thought that could be said was said at us. So we had to fight back, and the only way we knew how to. So, I mean, in this generation, kids probably wouldn't make it. They get their feelings hurt and, run and get the whole neighborhood shut down. And, it's just like,
oh my Lord,
back then we were kids and we made fun of kids made fun of us, and we just rolled with the punches. But that prepared us for when we got to an adulthood and was able to go ahead and, when life put us down, we were able to roll with the punches and keep it moving. Now people don't want to roll with the punches, keep it moving anymore. They just want to just stop the punches and just everything just be handed. So I'm just like, look, you can't just be sitting here not wanting to, deal with the harsh realities of life. We got to get through it. It's not always going to be easy. And that's why people are like, I'm so depressed. I'm so sad. You have to get yourself out of that mode, live your life, no matter what anybody says, because that whole saying, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words is never going to hurt me. Period. Yep. That's the whole sticks, stones. Come on now. So people don't want to hear about them sticks and stones.
Yeah. I'm all about tough love. So all that's a whole nother subject I'd rather not get into regarding this generation compared to.
You're seeing a resurgence of that, though. I think you're seeing, because as people talk about it more openly, like in this sort of thing, because nowadays it's like it's right, like you're right, actually, it sticks and stones, right? And people mistake criticism for oppression. Like you can't be critical of anyone out there without being labeled as like an oppressor. It's like, no, man, you just suck. Like your stuff just sucks. It has nothing to do with anything else. But then,
you trash it.
Right, and it's not.
Yeah, and you very much, you trash, you dumpster juice, you everything, you basura. Oh yeah, I could go on, but
but that doesn't mean. Okay, so And then, like, I could be critical of someone and be like, you know what, your stuff just isn't that good. That doesn't mean that I hate that person on a deep personal level. It just means you could be doing a lot better. There's a lot of things that you should be doing different.
Yeah, because people they don't want to discuss anymore. It's like they want to debate, but when you debate or discuss or whatever, they get their feelings hurt, especially if they are wrong on something. You know, they're like, "Well, I'm hurt now. I need to get my crowd." You know, that goes into cancel culture, and that goes into a whole nother. That's a whole nother discussion for like way down yonder. But but yeah, it's just like it's just opinions. You know, people don't like when you have. It's just you just can't debate anymore or talk to each other anymore without.
You know what they say about opinion,
your
right?
opinion, but I sat there and made a post publicly, but I didn't ask for your fucking opinion.
Right. Well, you know what they say about opinions, guys. You know what they say about opinions, don't you?
What did they say?
Opinions are like assholes, and most of them are shitty.
Yeah.
That's right.
Everybody got
That's
one.
right. And everyone's got one. Yeah.
Everyone got one.
Yeah.
Oh my
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But I think all this stuff contributes to these like double standards you see is that, you know, usually the loudest voices are the ones that, you know, who seemingly have the biggest platform. You know, LG mentioned something earlier. You know, you get someone whining and crying enough, and they're gonna listen to that because these companies don't want the heat. They don't want the bullshit, and no amount of like talking is gonna get them, you know, to turn around. So I mean, it's up to us to keep the conversation open, and that's just what it's all about.
Agreed.
You're right.
All right. So I think let's go ahead and divulge to our other segments here. So we do have some subtopics here. Because we know we got about a good 45 minutes left into the podcast here. Our other subjects for the night are, of course, is upcoming movies and also the cost of gaming, which, as you guys know, gaming in general has been pricey. You know, games have been going up. You know, so I'll go ahead and get this started. You know, as of recent years, you know, like I said at the start of the podcast, you know, games or just in general, they, you know, accessories and all that, they've been at a steady, you know, price hike. You know, $40, and I think went up to like 50 for a second. It went to
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
God damn it, Aki.
Stop it!
God damn it, Aki. Yo, grapefruit head. Okay. All right. But yeah, so like nowadays, you know, with these new consoles coming out, you know, you have PS5 and you also have the Xbox, you know, Xbox Series S and whatnot, and they increase the prices to $70. But also, though, what you forget is that these companies are still willing to do microtransactions at $70. So what are y'all opinions on that?
Okay, first of all, y'all, here's my opinion. That's pretty much it. I think we made with money, goddamn it. That's the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and say. Second of all, what the hell? You see what I just did, right?
Yeah,
pretty much it. It seemed to come to something like this. Observe. Hey man, look, I already just paid for this game, man. Hey, we got some new costumes for this one for character that you like, man. Look, I can't afford. What the fuck? Okay, I pay for the nurse outfit, her bikini, everything pretty much.
Yeah, it's Aki. Yeah.
we ain't gonna say that. That's just like Dead or Alive, but you know.
I don't know, Aki talking all Dead or Alive. But yeah, like
look, that's pretty much it. It's like they're jacking us up and like bullying the fuck out of us every freaking damn time. Like, damn.
Well, it's what they say is that, you know, they increase the prices because, you know, the graphics, the fidelity of the games or movies or whatever, they look better, they look prettier. But no, that's not the case. They increase the price because they want to increase the prices. They increase price because they know people are going to buy.
They ain't gonna make no zeros and ones better than the other zeros and one. No, they sit up here. That's just price gouging to the max. So they know that people are going to buy the games that are going to come out. People are just not going to buy them as, you know, quickly as they used to. As soon as the game come out, people will go ahead and buy it. They'll probably like slowly wait until people who did buy it do the reviews about it and then make their decision on it, spending $70+ on it. Because I'm coming at it as a parent and as a person who has a husband who just plays games. Fuck it. I am cheap. I don't give a fuck. I am cheap. And $70 a game per 3 children over time, and then my husband spending $70 on games. That's a lot.
Right, I've been trying to tell him to get a PC. PC game is cheap.
Yep.
You can get 20 games.
Well,
for
that's more people will probably just go ahead and transition over to PC games if that's the case. But I'm sure that majority of people will, still go ahead and buy it. Maybe they will they'll see that more people they're going to see loss of sales when they do that, and then possibly they'll change the way that they want to do things. But like you said earlier in this thing, it's all about the money. They're going to see that there's something missing here. So if they price gouge that much, but who knows? We won't know until we see the data coming out and see who buys it and who don't.
And also to add on to that pretty much shit is that when people figure out that the $500 they're going to spend on the PS5 or the Xbox Series X or whatever the fuck Xbox is calling it these days, like, damn, y'all running out of ideals at this point. Fuck.
I don't even think they trying with names anymore. They just calling it what a
they
just got an XS.
Next thing they gonna call it the fridge, the X fridge. Actually, they did do that. As a matter of fact, the X fridge, Xbox fridge.
No, they gonna start naming their Xboxes like they name cars. Well, we got the X here, the limited edition here, the LSR here. What the fuck is the LSR?
That's just like the Wii.
Luxury edition PlayStation. That's luxury series.
That's just like the Wii though, because that's the reason why the Wii U failed, because they had the Wii, then you got the Wii U. People be like, "What the hell is a Wii U? Is that an accessory to the Wii? Do I need this Wii U?" That's exactly the reason why it failed as a console.
Yeah, and also let me also say this, like, pretty much, like, if you at least have like $500 to $600, and the market of the and all the PC parts are not being price gouged at the right now. I'm looking at y'all goddamn scalpers.
No.
You could pretty much build a good, decent PC build, pretty much these days, especially with Ryzen kicking the fuck out of goddamn Intel at the moment. Yeah, you could just build one for pretty cheap, for pretty good. So yeah, and nah, I ain't gonna go there.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask a question. Intel users, how do y'all do it?
Well, I can answer that because I usually get into a fight.
No. I can answer that right now. This is still the pretty much getting from the goddamn in the ass every time, pretty much when they come out. Shit.
I get into a fight. If Jay knows what I'm about to talk about. I get into a fight for a friend, Royal. His name, he goes by the name Royal Mike. I get into a fight from every time, like, yo, Ryzen's better, bro. Just give it up. He's like, nah, dude, my Intel computer got this shit, bro. I got that. I'm like, bro, enjoy your space heater, bro. Enjoy your little space heater, okay? I said, you spent money on a $600 space heater that's gonna heat up your entire room. You're gonna feel good for winter. You all right?
Wow.
We get to an argument about this every single time, dude. I'm like, because I mean, it's like, why go Intel when you can go Ryzen? Like, I can build you a gaming computer. Like I said, I'm building my friend a gaming computer. He gave me $900. I bought all the parts for him. They cost me about, I think, overall $740. And I was lucky able in this market right now to get a graphics card for $75, because right now the graphics card at the moment.
$75.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. I bought.
Wait, hold on. Now we need to talk about this.
Yeah, $75.
Hold on.
Yeah, $75. Where that? Hold on,
Wait, what kind of graphics card is it?
It's an RX 560. Now this is the GPU.
Oh.
Sadly, the GPU is about a year too old, because right now, if y'all don't know what's going on, the mining is back. Mining is killing the entire market right now. But yeah, this is a graphics card anyway. Anywho, You know, I
Can't
bought
this shit stay dead?
I bought
bro?
it off Hardware Swap. That's the only because, bro, I was looking everywhere for this. I was looking everywhere for a graphics card. I told my friend Kevin, I was like, Kevin, let me tell you, bro. I said, like,
You might not get this computer,
yeah,
my dude.
I said, bro, let me tell you.
We might just cancel this whole thing.
I said, my Kevin, no, I said, my friend Kevin, he white, so I've been on him for like 20 plus years. I said, nigga. You got this. I can't do it. You go. I said, do you really want to build this computer right now? He was like, yeah, bro, I really want this guy. I said, are you sure? Because at the moment, bro, you either gonna have to give me $500 more. You want a decent graphics card at the end of the day. Because other than that, you ain't getting this computer, bro. I told him, I said, you ain't getting this computer. I said, all right, I'm gonna look for you a graphics card. Because right now, like I said, the one I have my computer currently, I bought this for $368 last year, right? It is currently going on. It's currently going on for $1,000 right now. I can sell this.
And your graphics card is
RX 5700.
Oh,
with the hack BIOS and stuff. But yeah, and so I told him, I said, bro. So I went on Hardware, so Aki knows what it is. And someone will sell this GPU. I told Kevin, I said, Kevin, bro, said this GPU is gonna get you from A to B. It's gonna get you from A to B. But it's not gonna get you to C. You can do some light gaming with it, but you ain't going to go no farther than that. But but he told me, he's like, well, I want to move from console and stuff to PC because number one, he's like, he wants to content create, and number two, console's getting expensive or whatever right now, and so that's why that's the major thing why he wants to move. You know, I told him, I said, PC gaming. I mean, it's a lot cheaper. You know, Steam. You got the Steam sales. You got Humble Bundle. You got different avenues.
Fanatical.
That's why I'm trying to tell my sister, tell my brother-in-law, get off that console, get a computer, and you'll be fine. You know, I tried to tell my processor, my old processor, Ashley, right here. I say, yo, I get these for $100. She say, no, fuck you. Ain't right, Ashley.
All right. What? All right, I'm gonna rain on all y'all parades because you don't know what you're talking about. I am 100% fine with paying $70 a game, and this is why. I know. Clutch your pearls, everyone. Clutch your pearls. Oh my god. Oh. No. If you look back at the history, first of all, if you look back at the history of games and how much they've cost. You go as far back as like Nintendo or SNES, and you're actually in relation to today's dollar, you're actually paying more for those games back then. These games were averaging, SNES games were going for $60 a pop. That started going down with Genesis, and then it went down. It kind of slumped back to the 49, until like Xbox 360, and then it went back up to $60 again. But I mean, and also like these consoles that just came out with the $500 price tag, those consoles actually lose money every time there's. I think it costs something like $550 to make and assemble those consoles, and they're selling them at a loss.
That's why they come out with console revisions or whatnot too, because they learned or whatnot. I guess you could say.
Right. And I'm not saying like everyone, go be a console gamer, like do whatever you want. But like, if you've ever worked on any sort of, like I do 3D modeling for fun, like in my spare time, like I'm teaching myself, and I have a good friend who's an animator, and I will tell you, it is the most arduous process you'll ever go through. And if like I said, if you have any sort of like any experience in it, you'll realize like why these things are so expensive. And and that's why I'm okay. I mean, considering that games have been this expensive for so long, the extra $10, whatever. Like to me, it's just like, throwing them a bone. Like, thank you for because there is a huge difference between the low poly graphics of like PlayStation and like the endless polygon graphics of Cyberpunk. Like ray tracing technology is intricate and it's crazy. Like the fact that you can buy a ray tracing console and have it look as good as it does. I mean, it doesn't look that good on console, but like you look at the ray tracing technology in like the 3090s, it's insanity like how good those things look. and that's like endless hours. And that's why I say like the $10 and like, and if games as a service, if games are starting to move to like games as a service, they need to make it worth your while and they need to close the gap with how long it takes you to actually, like League of Legends, I just started playing. The amount of time you have to put into that game in order to get a skin by just playing is absurd. Like there's no reason to play that much. Like of course you're gonna buy the skin.
Yeah, you
because
really
no one's gonna play that.
You went on with what I put in that game. You actually have a flip.
Man, so you gonna be like,
but
Chris, Rock Daddy, and everybody hates Chris at that moment.
I mean, like, I would be fine with $70 if they didn't do microtransactions. I would definitely be fine with it. Especially,
but those are optional, right? And those and I hear what you're saying. The microtransactions should never contribute to game mechanics or have any impact on the actual gameplay. They should only be cosmetic. Like if that's why I love Rocket League. Like Rocket League is great because every penny that you spend on that game is totally cosmetic. It has nothing to do with the gameplay.
Oh, yeah. That's like that. That's probably like League.
Yeah,
that's fine. Like, as long as it's cosmetic, I don't care because I might buy stuff from time to time. I'm a sucker for some of that stuff for sure. But like the minute microtransactions are pay to win, that's my gripe. No way. Sorry.
And that coming from somebody who spent about $8,000 on an MMORPG pay to win game.
What game was this?
What the fuck?
Oh, this was about give or take 4 years ago. I used to play Age of Wushu. I had a top 50 account, and I sold my account for $3,000. Literally.
Damn.
At a loss though, bro. Should have sold it for more.
I mean, by then by the time I spent the 8K, I had already had a year into the game any damn way. So I played a whole another year and a half out of it. Then I just sold it. So I got the 8K out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so coming from my perspective, it's like I'm paid to win. So if they want to put stuff in there, long as it ain't making the game imbalanced, like you could throw another character in there and sell it. Okay, fine, I get that. Now you want to sit there and sell cosmetics that revolves around, okay, here's a bunch of boosted stats for this said item that you're paying for. That's pay to win. That's unbalanced.
Right? Yeah. No. It should
make it. That's when you start being unfair with microtransactions. But just blowing money on cosmetics, go right ahead. I don't care. But I don't.
Yeah.
I that's what I'm saying. Like I understand Shagsworth's point. Is like it's just an extra $10. But if you're gonna get ridiculous with the microtransactions, then it's a problem. To where it's changing the course of the overall gameplay and the overall game. That's when it's bad. Again,
I'm against that though. Like as far like I'm okay with microtransactions as long as they don't have directed like like someone shouldn't be able to come in as a fresh character, spend even $2,000 and have everything that they need to be as powerful as me, who's put in 2,000 hours into the game. Like I want my time invested in a game to mean something.
And let me tell you something while you're speaking on that. That right there, after I sold my account, is the reason why I really cannot get into another MMORPG. Like it because a lot of them are exactly that. Either that or they just ain't got enough cosmetics to where I feel like it's worth me to spend my money on and time on to play. Because if I go into MMORPG, I'm blowing money. I want to kick ass. I want to take names. If I can't do those three things, I won't be interested in it at all. I quit playing.
You should ask. I was gonna say, Ashley, you should ask James if he bought any DLC or cosmetics in any game. I know you did.
I'm sure. I mean, no, I don't think so. But I mean, he plays Black Ops a lot, and I'm sure that those guns that other people buy to accept, not necessarily to customize, but some of them were just overpowered. Obviously, because I'd hear him be like, some kid will come in there with whatever gun they're using, and it's one of the guns that they done bought, making it, harder to kill, back and forth because they done bought this, customized gun that they done made. Now it's all like, I can't even use the game guns they're overpowered the games that are already in the game. So it's just like he said, like Shagworth said earlier, like if you, as far as have customized things on the game, don't make it overpowered to the gameplay. So it's just like unbalancing the game, not making you want to play it anymore. So.
Oh yeah, totally agree. And that was part of the reason why I actually stopped playing Modern Warfare, because they kept bringing out guns that were supposed to be said quote unquote OP, but then you'll go back to all your default guns and you're nerfing the damage on this gun, you're nerfing the damage on this gun, but now you just brought out a super overpowered gun, which makes no sense.
Yeah, that somebody just bought, and now it's just like, come on now. Now it's just your whole weapon is overpowered.
Yeah. I hate a lot of games like that, because a lot of games are becoming that, League included. HOTS got like that for a bit, but they straightened their shit. They got their shit together. I'll admit that. They was doing that for a little while too.
Yeah.
Paladins is the only game I know that's legitly balanced. Overwatch became unbalanced as fuck. I don't see how people play that game and not fucking rage.
Well, the reason why League keeps like doing balance patches and stuff is because they don't want the game to become stale. They actually purposely do that to change the meta or do whatever they want to do in order to keep the game from like being stale and and to keep players coming back. They've been, Riot a couple years back, they actually stated that's why they do balance patches like that, every 2 weeks or something of the sort. It makes sense. I mean, I've been playing League for 5 years.
But here's it makes sense, but then again, here's the problem. You shouldn't do it to a point where you're forcing people to play characters that they don't even care to play. That's a major problem. Like, you shouldn't have to switch the 3 or 4 characters you choose to main because they done decided, hey, we're just gonna fucking nerf your character to where he's not shit for 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
So hey, go relearn the whole damn game now with a whole bunch of characters you ain't never even touched.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
I got you. I understand. Crowe, you got any input, Crowe? I know you might still be driving home. I hope that everything's okay on that side.
Nice.
Awesome, boys.
F's in the chat for Crowe.
F's in the chat, boys. Let's see, we got a little bit more time to spare. So moving on to the last topic here. Now, this one's gonna be a big one here because I just got some news today. So this is gonna be about upcoming movies, but we can expand it onto a little bit about streaming services as well. Like Netflix, Hulu, Paramount, so on, so forth. Disney Plus. So we have a lot of upcoming things that are coming out this year for these digital or for these streaming services, right? So Paramount today just announced that some little upcoming titles here. They announced they're coming back with Rugrats, and y'all grew up in the 90s. Y'all know what Rugrats is. They actually have a trailer for it. They're coming out with a Halo movie. No, I'm sorry, not movie, TV series now.
Live action?
Yes, live action Halo series.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right.
They come out with Frasier. Let's see there. What else did they come out with?
Paramount. They need to leave that alone.
I'm saying, but they gonna bring it back anyway.
No, they need to leave that show. For what I've seen, I didn't watch it a lot, but when I did, that's the kind of funny you actually had to have some sort of intelligence to understand.
And they need to bring it back so people can educate themselves a little bit.
Okay, well, since you put it that way, go ahead. But if it's not done by him, it's pointless. That's like bringing House MD back without Hugh Laurie. There's some things you can't have House.
I mean, you'll miss the beginning story of this whole thing, but if they're gonna exclude him, then there's really no point. But if he's gonna be the main actor again in the show, then they need to, if he's not gonna be in it, there's really no point, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. They're also coming. Well, I'm looking right here. More TV dramas and whatnot. So they got the Italian Job, the Mayor of Kingstown. For the kids stuff, again, they have Rugrats. They come out. They got partnered with the people who created Avatar: The Last Airbender. They're continuing the series now, with more, just more series and movies, by the way. So I'm happy about that. They're doing an iCarly reboot. Y'all know iCarly. Everybody knows iCarly.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I actually don't know what that is.
Trust me, you don't want to watch that. No, they're doing some MTV stuff as well. So that's on that front with Paramount, because again, we have all these streaming services coming out now with HBO Plus, of course. What are you?
They've been lazy with these names.
So
creative. Yeah,
Just
adding a plus on it.
Let's see, HBO Plus. You have I think Godzilla coming out on there. I believe now Godzilla versus King Kong.
Team Kong.
No, sir. No, Godzilla. That's the man right there.
King Kong.
Wait. So are they doing away with HBO Max then?
Don't care.
Yes. Every
Gonna
time.
mop the floor.
Yes. Hold on. What was you guys, Riddler? Hold on.
Are they doing away with HBO Max then?
No. HBO Max. They're here. They're here to stay. They're here to push on. They're here to compete with Netflix. Yeah, they're here to compete with Netflix.
So wait, what the heck?
My man.
I think you're talking about HBO now.
I don't think nobody sees where I'm going with this. What's the point of them having HBO Plus and HBO Max? Why can't they just keep it all in one spot?
Now, yes, it's money. Yes, it's money. It is money.
All these
How is it
separate
money?
streaming services.
You see what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Like they was doing that same exact thing with HBO Max, was they not?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So why separate them?
Don't know. But it's all about the money, though.
It don't make no sense.
It's all about
To
the
confuse people about making it seem like it's a different service, even though they may have the same content on it.
Yeah.
Because I don't have HBO Plus, but I have HBO Max, but I don't know what the difference is between the two.
Yeah, same thing with I think with like Disney owning Hulu. They virtually kind of have the same content, except Hulu though it's more so geared towards the like 18 plus area a little bit. While Disney Plus keeps all that Marvel content, Marvel, Star Wars and content on their platform there. But that
Aki, wake your ass up.
What? Oh, now you want to speak?
But yeah, so like like I said, they had King Kong versus Godzilla. Then they have Mortal Kombat. I don't know if y'all seen the Mortal Kombat trailer coming out.
Yeah.
Soon.
I remember seeing the
older. Are we gonna talk about that? Are we gonna talk about that though?
A lot of people hated on Melina on her what she looked like. Or whatnot. Cause I think they're hating on Melina because her it's not her design or something like that. Because they didn't show like all her teeth that she has, or how Melina is, she or whatnot. So that got a lot of flack. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, you can go on YouTube. You can see the trailer. It looks pretty good. Like I give it the benefit of the doubt. It's versus like the older movies. I mean, nowadays we have better technology, I guess you could say. So it's gonna come out looking pretty decent, I guess. Another movie we have is now this is what a lot of people hated on now was Cruella. Did y'all all see the Cruella trailer? Everybody here see it?
Oh God.
Yeah, can we keep it moving along?
What?
Well, the only thing I have to ask about that is who's that trying to appeal to? What demographic were they going for there? Because I do not see the point of that movie.
No.
I don't care.
That other one?
I don't care.
That other one? Who did? Wait a minute. I'm trying to think of that one that was done. That was sort of been like that. Maleficent. That was actually good. I sat there and I watched that with my daughter, and I actually didn't fall asleep, so I know it was good.
But even that one was kind of like a you're making a known villain into like an anti-hero, which is like or like a you're sympathizing with her. Like the movies were fine, like the Maleficent movies were fine, but like again, it's like it comes back to the same thing. Like these companies they're lazy. They're like mooching off of like tired IPs. Like just make up something new. Like I don't care about Cruella anymore. You already had her in. So you have her in like the old cartoon movie. You make 201 Dalmatian live action movies, which were a dumpster fire. And then now you got this, which is like trying to be some Joker ripoff, appealing to crazy white women. Like what?
Hey, he said it, not me.
Like what?
He said it, not me.
Sorry, but
Well, yeah, because I don't see it appealing to me. I mean, if it comes on HBO Max, I might just get bored and turn it on. But if it's just like not something I would just want to go see. There's movies that I just the movies that you want and can't wait to see. That's not one of them that are on my radar. So, or I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything other than the little ripoff to Harley Quinn about the craziness of Cruella. But we'll see.
All right, so here's out of my list here. We got now this movie. I think that should have came out last year, but it's coming out in May. Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds. That's the one where I think he's like an NPC, and then he realizes he's like, "Wait, I'm in a video game or something like that." Now,
that one looked cool. That one looked fun.
That one lets you look funny. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually excited to see that. But I'm trying to figure out if that's actually going to be in theaters or is it going to be a streaming site because the whole pandemic going on or whatnot. So
sure, you'll see most of them either dual or just streaming service.
And then from the Marvel side here, we have Shang-Chi coming out soon. We have the new Spider-Man trailer. The Spider-Man got a name to it, I believe, today.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
it got about several names actually.
They made it official now. Let me go back on Twitter. It was trending on Twitter because they did a trailer or whatever where all three of them were like talking or whatever, and there was like they walked past like a whiteboard, right, and it showed the name. I think it's like Spider-Man something. No Way Home. Yeah, it's like No Way Home.
They got more names than that.
But
they got more names than that.
Interesting.
And the release date is December 17th. So that's a long ways away though.
Might as well be 2022.
Pretty much. And then Pixar. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a Pixar fan. Pixar. I grew up with Pixar, so I gotta be a fan of Pixar. They're coming out with a new movie called Luca. It's supposed to be something about an Italian. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. So far, they showed off a little teaser with that there. But Pixar, as y'all know, Pixar, they make great movies. They made movies like The Incredibles 2, Toy Story. Every Toy Story movie is great. They build it off nostalgia. But it's really sad is I could tell you each line of Toy Story. I've seen that movie so many times, 1,000 times. I could probably read you the whole script in that movie.
Yep. Same.
It's really bad. You are a toy.
Stop
Some of us
yourself.
ain't got no they're kids, man. That's all they want to watch.
Yeah. I'm learning that. I'm slowly learning that, sir.
Jay, where were you at? We were talking about Cruella. Where were you at?
The bathroom.
That baby go get him a snack. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the one movie that I'm excited for this year, if it does come out, is Dune. That trailer when it came out, was it last year? I think it came out at the beginning of last year. Looked insane.
Now is this Dune? Is it a reboot? Right?
Yeah, it's basically.
I never seen Dune. I heard that like the movies are like earlier movies to it, but I never like seen.
There's
Dune.
a TV show too, I believe.
Like no, just speaking of today, I just watched for the first time. I don't know if you all seen Starship Troopers.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember that? I just seen that for the first time today. I was like, okay, that movie.
For the first time, good Lord.
Yes, sir. For the first time, I want to watch the sequels and stuff now.
The classic.
Yeah, it really is though. It really, really is. Then we have Venom 2. By the way, Venom 2's coming out. I think I'm not for sure if it's this year or next year. What are y'all thoughts on Venom 2? I mean, I know y'all had to enjoy the first one.
I was so about the first one, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it was just good to finally see Venom on the screen like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think because Venom was weird because I guess people expected to see like Spider-Man or something like that, but the whole Marvel and Disney versus Sony thing, with properties and stuff. I kind of feel like I kind of feel like Sony should just get in the pants of Marvel or Disney, but then I understand that Sony does need to be separate when it comes to like their whole because Sony owns Venom, they own Spider-Man, they own a couple other more villains and stuff, and you don't want to have Disney have everything now.
What about
No.
I thought I seen something that said that they finna give Loki a TV show too.
Yeah, they are.
This summer.
Yeah. If I recall, it deals with him and somewhat with a time travel company or something like that in the comics. I have to look more at that. Now, have anybody been watching any WandaVision? I mean, no spoilers, of course. But,
I have not seen one episode.
I have not.
I think I stopped at like episode 4. I haven't caught up.
The only thing
Aki, you look like you in church right now, man.
Man, look.
You ready for some tithes and offering? Hey, I want to take a moment to just admire Shag's beard, man. This man has a massive beard. Do you see this? Man, this is amazing, bro.
do you want to pet the beard?
I just want to comb it, goddammit.
He just wants to go over and braid it, put in a single braid, make it all pretty, and put a bow in there. Throw some glitter.
Crazy.
Y'all having a good time here. This man wants to stroke it. Okay, calm down.
Whoa.
At least buy me a drink first.
Yeah, this man ain't cheap.
Look at Aki that ran out.
God damn it. Look, I was gonna say he creeping
Now
back
he's
in here.
peeking in there. Yeah.
I can't even see it. He's so dark. What the fuck? Hold on.
Really?
Where are we at?
Well, we were talking about WandaVision before we started talking about this
Stroking
man
beards.
beard.
Stroking beards. Then let's see. Next month we have what? Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think next month too, something like that. Yeah. What's it, March?
I'm concerned about that one.
Why are you concerned about it?
I don't know how I'm gonna take that one.
Well, I didn't feel the same about WandaVision at first, so I just got to see it and see how it flows, and give them a chance to see what's going on.
You do know the House of M story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do?
Ashley? Yeah. He said.
Well, yeah, I want it.
Well, I mean, that's gonna go into a whole nother subject. I don't want to talk about it. Like, I'm not saying I don't like WandaVision, or I'm willing to give WandaVision a chance. I'm just tired of these shows and movies dumbing down comics. Like I said, that's a whole nother subject.
Oh, and then speaking of comics, on Dave Chappelle got his show back as of recent, a couple of weeks ago.
I heard that it's coming to Netflix, if I recall too.
Yep, and I'm happy for the guy, but that read your damn contracts.
Oh yeah, just like no joke. Hear me out now. I guarantee you, we could throw they would throw the actress out of the window for Captain Marvel if they would have went by the comic. They dumbed her down so bad.
Let me tell you though.
To waste.
When we speaking of Captain Marvel, let me tell you though, it made me so mad. Okay, I spent money to go see Captain Marvel in theaters. I actually enjoyed the movie. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the movie. Okay, but what made me mad is that they gave her 5 minutes of work in Endgame, yo. 5 minutes of screen time, not maybe even less than 5 minutes, probably like 3 minutes of screen time. All right, that didn't sit well with me. Like, you made me spend money to go see this movie, and then you expect me to get 3 minutes of screen time? This girl up here beating up Thanos, and she's like, "Well, I can't do nothing else." I don't know. That triggered me.
Wow.
That triggered me just a little bit.
Like that's why I tell people, in her case, please go read the comics. Do not watch that movie. Like, seriously, there's so much more she can do. Like they nerfed her to practically she just a normal person damn now.
No person with a few little with some extra.
With a couple little yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what they did to her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, ain't no way they actually put this out here and called it a movie.
Man, but shit, dude. Hopefully, though, I mean, Marvel's in Phase 4 of their stuff. Hopefully, everything will pick back up with them. But what I'm really concerned about, though, is I'm concerned about DC. That's what I'm really concerned about, because DC, they have, man, all I see every other movie is Batman, Superman. Batman comes back. Superman goes away. Batman here, the return of the Batman. The Batman. And then it's like, okay, well, we're going to diverge for a bit. You know, we get Wonder Woman. Then we got Wonder Woman 1984. Then it's like, okay, we're going to have the Flash pretty soon. I guess Flash has been in development. Hell, they don't know what they want to do with the Flash. Then you have I think they were supposed to come out the Cyborg movie. But then, I think, what's his name? Ray Fisher was talking about discrepancy, something, what's going on in the Hollywood or something like that with him. I think he had beef with the director or something like that. He called the director out or something, if I recall. And
well, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Nobody cares about DC anymore.
Yeah, badly.
Like, I mean, that's the problem is this is the problem with DC movies, and they tried to run the marathon. Not even they were trying to sprint the marathon with Marvel. Marvel was capitalizing on their movies. They were doing a good job. And then DC saw how good they were doing, and they tried to copy the exact same formula and bring out Justice League in the same, like, basically at the same time that Avengers was getting big. And it's like, no, we don't even care about, like, there's no reason. There was zero reason for DC to, like, try and outpace Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, you had especially with something like with Wonder Woman, they should have realized what they had with Wonder Woman and just, like, slowed it the fuck down.
Mm-hmm.
They, like, there's no reason to, like, to try and get ahead of, like, the competition in this way, because, like, there's so many big DC fans, but you let down every single DC fan when you put out these shit movies. Like Batman's an amazing character, and like what you have with the Joker movie, like now the Joker has been, like, beat to death to the point where, like, the movie was great. It didn't really deal with Batman, right? It didn't really deal with, like, I mean, you kind of got a taste of it, but it was about him. It was about the origins of this psychopath in a really good origin story. Like, that's what you should be building movies off of, like, these successes, and they blow it every time. There's no reason to try and copy what Marvel's doing. Just do your own series.
No joke. They cartoon movies do 1,000 times better. I can watch them over and over again. I don't know how they.
Back in the day, you know, like what you're talking about here, you know, we had Static Shock. That was a good show for me back then. Then we had DC Unlimited, I think it's called, Justice League Unlimited. That was good. And then we had Young Justice. They had some. You're right. No shit. You're right. They had some good ass shows back then.
Dude, their cartoons are awesome. Their cartoon movies are amazing.
I wish they would have kept Justice League Unlimited going. Honestly, I really wish they would have. They ended it on a good note. No joke. I'm not going to deny that fact. But I think they could have been good for one more season and just ran Brainiac. Yeah. Simple as that.
Yeah. Well, I think, because technically they're continuing the story through Young Justice, actually. Because, you know, they came out with Young Justice season 1 and season 2, and then, you know, they called it quits. And then they came back for season 3, and now they're making a 4th one as well. So that's coming out through pretty soon. I think either this year or next year, if I recall. So I can't wait for that. But
speaking of that, though, I just thought about something. All of y'all old school Transformer fans, go check that series out that's on Netflix. It's got that 90s look back to it, where Megatron was actually a gun. Like, legit. Go check it out, bro. It's like the 90s style, but they got more action in it now. Like I'm waiting for that third season to come out. Actually, I need to look up and see when it's coming out. They got 2 seasons to it already. It's good. It's really good.
Man, let me tell you though, I can't get into Netflix series anymore, man. Because let me tell you, with Netflix, man, you get too invested in their shows, and the next thing you know, we gonna you get canceled, bro. You cancel. I can't get. I got into so many Netflix shows, and all of a sudden, man, because they didn't get, not a lot of people didn't click that view button. Cancel the series, man. I could name like a couple off my hand that they canceled. But then they bring something like Vampires in the Hood. Like what? I'm like,
shout out Marco Polo that got canceled. That shit was so dope, man.
I think it was Vampires in Brooklyn or something like that. Some dumb stuff. I'm like, are you for real? Are you for real, Netflix? Is this what you call content? They had a great show called V Wars, which I was really excited about. And, that show is basically about vampires about to take over the world. Humans as vampires pretty soon, right? But they're like, well, no, can't do it. Can't be me.
Whoa, they're mixing up macaroni in a pot. What is that noise?
That WAP.
The what?
That WAP.
I'm gonna let you hold down to that. I'm gonna let you hold on to that one, Aki.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's coming out this year, though. There really is, though. It's just the main thing I'm kind of waiting on. I'm just waiting for the Avatar 2. James Cameron, but the man's taking 30 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wasn't sure if you were saying that or like The Last Airbender 2, and I was like,
sir, I will look here. I will look for the next window to jump out of, because we don't talk about The Last Airbender. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist in my universe. Oh my god!
They've been talking about Avatar 2 for what? I feel like the last decade, and then they said it's like delayed again to like. Man, I forgot about that movie.
Yeah,
it would be cool to see. I would love to see them expand on that universe, but damn.
Yeah, by the time Avatar 3 comes out, I think it's coming out in 2024. Then you have the fifth. They're going up to 5 movies because they're filming them all together, like at the same time, apparently. And so by like 2027, that's when the final one's gonna come out. So it's just like shit.
The kids will be graduating from high school when that series finishes. Damn.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on senior citizen status and shit.
Right. Get my senior discount at the damn.
But yeah, man, that's funny. That's just that's it. But how'd you guys feel today about today's podcast? What y'all think? Did y'all enjoy yourselves today?
Yeah, pretty much it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
Yeah, ready to start over. I'm here now.
All right, guys, welcome back to the All Podcast.
I'm bad, man. Like I got an hour drive away to get back to my house. Then it's time to put him in the bed. So, I was here as much as I could, but once I get here with him, that's a wrap.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yep. You was here. That's all that matters, bro. You was here.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that really matters.
The voices.
The voices.
Yes, in my head.
Mother, your daughter is getting crazy here. Okay, you gotta come get her.
Like she didn't already know. I'm her daughter. Where you think I got her from?
Yikes!
You're right though. You're right though. Y'all don't want to know.
All right then. So.
But yeah, so what you guys can expect from the podcast here is that we're gonna try to get the podcast going at least every other week. Next podcast is probably gonna be around. It's gonna be on a Wednesday. I think that's where we kind of met, like with our schedules and stuff, right there on a Wednesday. But you can expect it sometime around March 10th, somewhere around there, somewhere in that area, I guess you could say. So if you guys in the chat, if y'all have any any topics y'all want us to discuss or talk about, definitely give us ideas. We'll definitely throw it out there and stuff. Yeah,
I mean, you can do like a section inside your Discord too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For like recommendations for topics.
Y'all do that too.
Just questions in general.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll definitely do that. Get you guys talking on there. But yeah, like I said, I had a great time, Y'all know me as Disbearity, I'll let you guys have it out here. We'll go with Aki. Got any last words, Aki?
Amazing Grace.
There go to Memphis.
No, it's that as they say, it's that man piss. I mean, what? Ooh, God,
I was about to fire your ass. Nice. Shoot, but other than that, I'm just glad to be in here and also talk my shit and realize that Ash may or may not get her nails done like and they may look like goddamn T-Rex nails and shit.
Why the fuck you talking about me? I wasn't even the one making fun of you. Don't get me started.
And
I was
Yes,
trying to
Lord.
be peaceful through this whole thing, and now you bringing my nails into this. Don't even. like you went totally left. I wasn't even expecting this. Had to unmute my mic where my name came up. And
Now we need a
even
second
no.
report
And
for
also-
Ash's nails.
No, and also, Crowe, you ain't safe either, bro.
I know I ain't say, boy, come on with it, baby. Come on.
Call him
Man,
Christian,
no, I ain't gonna call. No, bro. Why he over there looking like a Mega Mind over there.
Damn, you know what
Mm-hmm. I got a filter for that too.
though? This man, he really
Kind of accentuate that. You feel me?
Man, I remember that movie, man. That girl said, "You don't get gangsta." I said, "Nick, what?"
He do.
That was the first time I think me and Ashley was watching. We don't get gangsta. I said, okay, all right. I see what they did there.
Her? Damn, boy, she gonna be throwing. Ashley gonna be throwing 2 different gang signs. You don't know what, bro.
What about you?
Oh, wow.
What about you, Riddler? You got any last words?
Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all stay the hell out of bad trouble. I already see where it's going. Y'all make sure y'all stay out of bad trouble. I'm all fine with y'all being in good trouble 24/7. By good trouble, I do mean the most sex possibly you could find tonight.
Well,
All right.
glad my husband wasn't in here for that last part. You left just in time.
But seriously, thank y'all seriously for those who came by. Glad to be a part of this podcast with such wonderful and lovely people, and loosely say lovely.
This man, he's throwing shade. I feel it.
Okay.
I see you, Shag.
Come on and stroke it, brother. Come on and stroke it.
When-
Y'all crazy. You know, you
said the pot to the kettle.
Hecky, sit your look like Mr. Turtle ass down. All right, Crowe. What do you need last words for you, Crowe?
Glad to be here, man.
Make a wish on that head.
Glad y'all came through. These other hosts are amazing. Sorry for my absence. You know what I'm saying? I got to drive a whole hour to get back to this joint, and they working on Central Time, so I'm in and out. But I do appreciate y'all being here. I still don't know how the fuck I ended up on this podcast, but I'm here, and now y'all got to deal with it. So
Yes, sir.
back when March 10th come, I'm probably going to be like, hey, this is me, Clad Crowe, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, but we're here. But thank y'all again, man.
We're here.
I appreciate y'all for having me here too, man.
Not a
All
problem.
right.
All right, Shag. What about you, sir?
I don't know, man. I do appreciate y'all being here as well. I'm honored to be a part of the All Out podcast, and I can't wait for all y'all to be paid $70 a video game plus microtransactions.
Put him up on Twitter, LG. Get him now. Cancel him now, LG. Cancel him. Cancel him.
LG's already started the cancel Shagsworth campaign, and I can tell you I don't give a fuck.
My gosh.
Get him.
No, y'all are cool. Thank you so much for having me on. A lot of good discussions. I'm looking forward to all the ones we're about to have. So
That's what's up. Ashley, what about
Yes.
you?
Well, all right, save the best for last. All right, I am. Nah, y'all know I'm just joking. I'm playing around. But anyway, I'm sitting here.
Look, I'm sorry, but you kind of sound chopped and screwed right about now, bro.
Well, it's more like sis, but I don't know why I'm sounding all chopped and screwed. But anyway, while I'm ignoring Aki, I'm just glad to be here with and back at it again with this podcast to help and support my brother with this. And I'm just glad that everybody came out to listen. Shut up, Aki. My speech is better than yours.
Hey, she going jumpy, bro. You better stop.
Man, she gonna jump ship. Nothing, pretty much it. She's too short to ride a
I'm
roller
not no
coaster.
internet gangster. I ain't finna roll like that. Aki, just stop. Stop yourself. I didn't interrupt you your whole little thing. You just see, he just interrupt me and I was able to be polite and let him talk, and he want to be all up in my take attention away. Stop it. Just stop. But thank you guys for coming here. And Crowe, you showed up. I'm glad to be here. Everybody, we had good talk, good opportunity, and I'll just wait for the next one. Hopefully, he doesn't talk as much.
Okay, yeah, all right. Well, we love you, smart fat.
Anybody trying to hear that? Anybody trying to hear you?
But
you had your turn.
God damn. But again, y'all, thank you everybody for coming on through. I really do appreciate it. I had a blast hanging out with the crew, all the podcast crew. Like I said, the next podcast will hopefully will be on March 10th, but I will let you guys know on that. You know, make sure everybody's going to be on par and stuff. But thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for coming on through. You guys have a nice night. Have a nice night. Peace out, everybody, and much love. Y'all stay safe. Make sure you wash your hands. You know,
wash your ass.
Wear your mask. Wash your ass. All that kind of shit. Do all that.
And practice safe sex.
All right, go to sleep. Go to work.
Everybody got quiet. Look at that shit.
All right, we out of here, y'all. We out of here.